Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. We strongly advise you to stay on a sim as long as needed before you start using your live account. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. This is an educational room, it's not a trading room. For the ones who are new, you're very welcome to follow any of our auto trades. We will be covering on the left upper corner the market analyzer. The market analyzer is based on swing trading. We just have an entry as an example on the Nasdaq buy at 1305, target 113.4775. And if we look at the Nasdaq, the blue chart, we already hit the target. The auto trade put the target on the target, but then you have an option. You can extend the target if you want to override the auto trade. On the right upper corner, this is the market analyzer, and this is the trades for the market analyzer. We are using scalping 15 second, and then we will cover the scalpers today. On the swing trading, on the left upper corner, there is 371 ticks into the profit based on one contract. On the right upper corner here, there is a 348 ticks into the profit. At the same time, we will be covering the other type of an auto trade. It has nothing to do with the signal. And we just have the DAX, which I'm a DAX lover. I love DAX. The DAX just finished at 2400, and the ES, all of it is in minutes, and the ES just finished, and it is $1,300, and the gold is just finished, and it is hit the daily target is 1,220. And for the CL, we are using a little higher time frame. The 5 minutes already hit the target, and then you can use the same auto trade with a different template if you want. And we will cover all of it. This is it's the same auto trade as CL, and already hit the target, but we still have 3 more to go. We will cover that as well. As you see here on the Nasdaq ES, we have a reversal. Our reversals are not a repaint reversal. As we see the Nasdaq, we start having a reversal right after we hit our target. The target on the Nasdaq was 348, and now it is supported by the area 343.25. If this area support on the Nasdaq, that means we are hitting the 6750. So we'll keep a close eye on that to see where our next move is going to be in the future trading. We need to keep our eye on the CL. For this ES trading, you cannot do anything at the moment with the ES. You are in the middle of the trend. That's why you cannot take any trade in the middle of the trend. I'm expecting the CL to hit the 3370 today and then reject it at 3370. So we'll keep our eye on this, and we have already on the CL automated trade. You can see from that trade we have 1080, and we still have 1000 up in the market. So we are about to cross 2000 on that trade. For the scalper YM, sorry guys, I got a little, it's not corona, it's just a little from the bad weather. We have a resistance at 278, 2755, and once we cross it, we're gonna hit 27580. So we have the CL on the auto trade. We have crossed over 2000 on that trade with the Nasdaq swing trading, and I'm expecting. I always try to predict what's going on in the market. Um, I'm expecting. I mean, it's too early to call it, but I'm expecting the ES to stop climbing at 336975. That's mean. Um, I'm expecting this area between the 70 level and 73 level. Those are 3 point. This is where the ES is going to hold for today till 12 o'clock. I always try to predict from now to 12. So you got to be careful on the ES. If the ES crossing the 3370, there is no more long trade, and actually you should not be traded in the middle right now. This is really bad. On the gold, we have almost $1,000 trade, and we need to monitor this one as well. I don't know where to put everything, but we try to monitor there's no place to monitor. I'll get it out of the way. Beautiful trade on the Nasdaq and in ES, absolutely beautiful, and we'll see where we are going with this one here. Beautiful trade. Okay, we'll stand by to see what will happen. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful trend on the Nasdaq, and this is not too many people know in this industry anyway. Those here is only available to our members, Target 1 and Target 2. Those has nothing to do with the signal. Those are institutional number, and usually Monday to Thursday, those they hit Target 2 between 11 and 12. On Friday, it's on the first 2 hours the Target 2 hit. So it seems like we're going to climb to the Target 1. Target 1 is profit taking. Final destination for 12 o'clock is Target 2. And once we hit the Target 2, there is nothing left. At the moment, as the system estimated, the target on that ES nailed based on one contract, 24 ticks, that's mean 33, 60, 25, 66, 50, based on, because the market analyzer is based on one contract, 23 ticks on one contract, and now we are 50 ticks on two contracts. One thing is very, once you understand how this market function, is a very predictable what is the next step, which you cannot have a manual for that. You can write 1,000-page on, and the guy is gonna start reading on the first page. By the time he gets number 10 page, he forget what he read on the first page. This cannot be in a manual. This is a practice. You cannot write 1,000-page book about trading. Every time there is a situation, there is a different analysis for it. So as we see here, the system on the, where the system estimated the ES, it came in right on the spot to the target. And the same thing on the Nasdaq. And this is not short, actually. This is a pullback. For the ones that are relying too much on an indicator, now, by the time this ES gets to the 336175, all their ATRs and MACDs and all this nonsense, they are 20 years old, been tweaked and retweaked for the last 20 years. They give a short position, which is a wrong reading, actually is a pullback re-entry. So while the amateur traders are taking a short, the professional traders are waiting on the pullback, finding a re-entry to take a trade. So this is a typical mistake where traders make mistakes. By another bar or two, they start their indicator pointing short, and this is for the amateur traders, where a guy has been around for a quiet time. He knows the entry is going to be somewhere around 336125, pullback re-entry long. So this is the difference between this guy is using an indicator and thinking is over and thinking is short, where the other guy is waiting here online to put a buy order and to take the trade from the projection area. So you can see how the confusion happen among traders sometimes. And especially for an amateur trader, he will fall into this trap and cannot recognize the difference between a pullback and a re-entry. On the gold, this is another round on the gold, and we have a short trade. This is the only trade I think we have on the scalper at the moment. And yes, this is the only trade we have at the moment. Not much. On the other auto trade, we have the ES trade. This is a beautiful chart, 3 minutes ES, and it's already broke even. This is the previous trades. Small trade, one nice run trade, and now we are cruising up to the 337275, and this is right in line. So we will see between the 72, we will see what happened here. Welcome to accuracy in the trading, as we see here how accurate the system is. Once the system hit the target, the market stopped. If we look at this chart, when the Nasdaq hit the target, it says in here, blue and white, 113.69.25, and it's been on the same level for the last 10 minutes. And once this ES hit the target, it's been on the same level for the last 10 minutes. So as we see, it's very clear and very accurate. The algorithm, the math in it, the calculation is estimating the system, the automated trading system, where to enter and where to exit. And this is where, if there's any pullback on the ES, this is your re-entry point. It's going to be 61.50. If you want to do that, you need to do this on a sim, not on a live trade. If you're welcome to follow us on a sim. So this is the story right now in the market, and we will stay close to understand what's going on in the market. It's very important to understand what is those levels in the market. The accuracy is overwhelming, and now we know the next step here on the ES and the Nasdaq, and we are ready for it. On the scalper, the CL just hit the target. This is the scalper. Look at this. Beautiful. I extend the target to the 42.19, and I'm expecting that area. But if we look at the CL, and it came in right to the target, exactly to the tick, and I love it. It's really, really good. And this is an indication if you have two different accounts. This is a really, you had a very beautiful run on the TI7, the Autotrade, the fully automated trade. And you can, when somebody is a little bit creative, and if you have two different accounts or a sub-account, let's say account A and account B, when the scalper fired long, and you can see where it fired, that means it was, you can override the auto trade and just close position from the top right there. So it is very good either direction when you have two different accounts, even two different micro accounts. You can always enjoy the market on both of direction with the two different type of an automated trading. You know, this is a total different experience for the guys or experience. If you're not, you can end up in a disaster. As we see here from the last previous trades on the CL, we nailed 1,080, it says here, on the last two trades. And now we have 400, we have 500, So we already crossed $1,500 on this trade, and now either direction you are into the money. If the And this is where the knowledge come in. As you see on the on the CL, it came in right at the target with the scalper and now start sinking. You are making money on a both of direction, but this is not as important as when you need to know where to exit on each one of them and enjoy the ride in the market on both of direction. I try to avoid this kind of trading, teaching that kind of trading, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can get stuck with two different auto trade, and you don't know what you're doing, you can get in trouble. So this is where you can, if you have two different accounts, you can trade the CL on two different auto trade. One is a scalper and one is the TI7. And now I understand where is the limitation on that trade on the CL scalping, and I can see where is this the TI7 going, and and here is the beautiful part about it. On the CL, I already hit over 1,080 on the two trade, and I have 460, and then I have this one here a break even. So whatever left on that chart is not costing me anything. It's a free ride. So if the market go back and knock me out of this trade, the scalper is gonna take over. So either direction, it will be winning, and that it require a little more knowledge in the trading. On this TI7 with the ES, we are about to hit 1,000 on that one here, and I don't know where to add this one here. Let me see. So this is the more you understand how you can hedge the future. This is a total different education. How you can take advantage on both of direction with the market. It require knowledge. Require knowledge. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you can get stuck with two different positions and you don't know how to get out of it. The magic can go against you. So the pullback right now on the Nasdaq, don't let it scare you. Is it just a pullback? Even we have a short sell on the Nasdaq. Look how accurate it is, right at the fib line. But this number here, as you see on the Nasdaq, is 53.75. This is a pullback re-entry number. If the Nasdaq break that 54, the 50, look at this, beautiful. This is the pullback re-entry on the Nasdaq is 54.75. Look where it's holding at the re-entry number. So even if you are auto trading, you can a manual trade that. Look at this beauty. It came right down on the 53.50, and you put another micro account on the 45.50. If the market came in and got you filled and kept going to your favor, is okay. If the market pulled back, then you get filled on the second one and you get the price in the middle, you level out. So this is a very brilliant. If you want to take 2-3 contracts, do not take them all in one time. Try to put them where are the level one at the time, and this is the technique we use for the reversal. I like to cover the reversal once we have time. So right now we are upgrading we are extremely busy upgrading our server to all of them to new hardware. Once we are done and adjust the reversal auto trade, I will try to have public technique, and it's been kept away from the traders how to trade reversals. There is a lot of information that's been kept away from a normal trader how to trade reversal, and we're gonna reveal some of the technique how to reverse the market. And actually the making money is in the reversal if you are good at it. The money is not trading with the trend, actually. It's the reversal. So but also a reversal is a risky business, but one of the technique it was on the reversal is if you want to reverse the market, you don't just put two contract, three contract, and then no, you just put one in one level, the second one on the second level, the third one on the third level, and then what they do, they even up together, and then it will be easier to exit out of those. And it is one of the most profitable trading. Actually, we have an auto trade with the same technique for the reversal, but we need to work on it after we upgrade the hardware server over the weekend, and then we're gonna put a new release on the reversal auto trade, and then I will cover the reversal, how you can also manual reversal the market is extremely profitable. You know, once you know the technique and you understand how the system works, you really after you get trained or after you have the knowledge, an auto trade or a manual trade, it doesn't bother you, anymore. You can when you can do both, you are more comfortable in the trading anyway. So now let's go back to this how we can take advantage of two different accounts. As we see here on the CL, we have the scalpers made 520, and now it's coming to this amount 42.16, and already is in the profit. And then on the other auto trade, it was short trade, and we already nailed 1080. You can see it 1080, and now it is climbing back, and probably it's gonna knock us out of 42.25. 42.25. By the time we get knocked out of that level here, 42.25, we are already on the swing trading because the scalper turn around itself and start a change from scalping to swing trading automatically. But here is the advantage of it. If I'm not sure about this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and I can leave it, and you can see the auto trade start pushing the target further up by itself. Look, now it is 42.26, and now it is 46.28. You see that? But I don't want to take chances because if the market going fast, I'm gonna go ahead and take it all the way up. And then what I will do, if this one here is gonna close, that's very fine. If it's gonna cross that level, and we are crossing the 42.35, that means we are on another $1,000 trade in here, and we already made $1,000 on that trade as well. So you are a winner on both of direction if you know where is your level in the market, which I don't. I try to avoid showing this, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can get in a lot of trouble. So at the moment, you see we are still on the pullback re-entry on that number here. And okay, there we go. We closed this trade. Look at this beauty. Okay, we closed on 1,120, and then the CL is climbing to another $1,000 trade. So whatever this one here closed, the other one picked up, and this is a really if you cannot do it if you are an amateur trader. Using two different accounts on one instrument. You have to understand what is your level. It is very important. And there we go. We are on a $1,000 trade. On the NASDAQ, we are on $2,300. And I know it is on the pullback re-entry here. There we go. Look at this beauty. And now we have another 1,100 on the CL. I'm going to jack it a little bit. Take the target up. And there we go. We are okay. We just closed the target on the gold. I didn't have time. And then we have the YM is I'm gonna leave the YM as is. And then I cannot keep up with everything, but you got the idea. And now we are on a 1,500, on the 1,600 on the auto trade, the TI7, and we are on the swing trading 1,000. So we are okay, and we are not just. It's just we've been one hour in the market. It's not even, and we already done for today. So there we go. And your done is finished. Your job for today is finished. And I was talking to a gentleman this morning from England, and we were talking about the amount of hours we traders should spend in there. If you go back to this video, gentlemen, at the start of the video, we give you the exact estimation where the ES is going to be. It's not just that. And we told you about the institutional target. And there we go. Welcome to trading. Which we have predict those numbers half an hour before it happened. People dream of 30 seconds ahead of time. When you have the knowledge, you can plan your trade for today an hour before, because you understand what is going to happen. We cannot get it every day right. No, we cannot get it every day right, but we can get as close as it could be. What is the plan from 9:30 to 12 o'clock? Where is the road in the market? Where is the problem in the market ahead of time? So, and you go back to any video with our prediction, you find out we nailed everything. We nailed 8 out of 10. So this prediction today on the ES, go back to this video again, and you can see as we planned, it happened. And it cannot get any better, because you are trading the future. Trading the future is not based on the indicators. The purpose of systems, the system have to predict, because you are trading futures, not past. You're not trading based on the past. You are predicting, and you're making a bet on a prediction. So you cannot make a decision based on the previous bars. What you need, system predict. And that is the secret in the future trading. You can download 20,000 indicator for free. If you are an indicator trader, you're not going to make it. If you are a Renko bar trader, I'm talking about my Renko. I don't want to attack any Renko bars. If you are a Renko bar, you're not going to make it. If you want to make it, you have to learn the minute. Your Ninja Trader platform is in minute. It's not in Renko bar. So you cannot trade the futures in Renko bar. You can reverse in a Renko bar, any type of Renko bar. But you cannot build your future on a Renko bar. No, sir. So right now, this is what we have predicted also on the NASDAQ. This is the re-entry point, and we have said this is the first trade where you put the first entry. And what happened, the market stayed on the re-entry, and we said to you, if you go back to the video, if this market sink in below that number, it's going to be right at this level where it says there is a double support area, and that's exactly what happened. Gentlemen, you cannot call it a career by just buying Autotrade and turn it on. You want to change career, you need to understand the market. There is no shortcut here. There is no shortcut. So we predicted the ES, we predicted the NASDAQ, and then we predicted the pullback re-entry on the NASDAQ. So this is where you cannot go wrong when you understand how the market moves. Then what we have done, we have estimated what is going to happen on CL. We closed the trade on the CL. We picked up on the CL. I don't remember. It was around $1,200. And now we're still on the same ride, and we nailed another trade, $1,500. So there is over $3,000 on the CL alone by understanding the knowledge in the market. You give that auto trade, or you give that scalper, you give that auto trade to another amateur trader, most likely he's going to go into the red because he knows how to auto trade, turn on the auto trade, but he has no knowledge of the market. And not having knowledge in the market, your auto trade become useless. So even if you are auto trading that kind of auto trade, you have 1,500 on that auto trade, and we have put a push button here on the top to the immediately close position. Now when we try to say that to some clients, that you can push the button, he said, Sam, I don't want to push any buttons, I get nervous. Well, if you get nervous, stay away from that business, because eventually, now or later, or down the road 3 years ago, you are forced to push buttons. You are forced to work. After 3-4 years, you put the first $5,000, you smoke it out. You didn't get anything out of it. You lost it because you are stubborn. Then you lay another 5,000. This is a typical behavior of a human. He lose it, and then he stopped trading. But here is the secret: once he stopped trading, he always come back. No matter, I have not met any trader close his computer and did not come back. Then down the line, after 1 year, he misses it. He come back. He is more mature trader than the first 2 times. Now he start behaving different, and then he start learning more. And now his $5,000 is gonna last much longer because he have burned his finger 2 or 3 times. So, and some people that will never get it. Don't get me wrong, but this is what we have experienced for the last 12 years dealing with the public. When there is a new trader around the block, a baby trader, he's been a couple of 3 years around the block. I call him a baby trader. He's still crawling, and especially if he's a stubborn person. I'm stubborn. It's nothing to put anyone down, please. I'm a stubborn person too. And I was talking to this gentleman today. My weakness in the trading, I get stubborn. Some people weakness is they get scared. They get scared to pull the trigger. But my weakness, I get stubborn to hit the target. And this is one of my weakness. So This is a typical behave in the market. When there is a new guy coming in, you cannot make any sense out of him. He's gonna do whatever he wanted to do, but then when he realized that there is no shortcut in the market, he start behave differently, and now he start unplugging his ears, and he wanted to listen, and he wants guidance and direction. And this is a typical behavior of any human. So to cut the story short, guys, the ES, what we have said when we first started the webinar, it did happen. And this is what I'm saying is, now we understand where is this ES having a problem at, is exactly where we have estimated at 73 level. Okay, so your auto trade right now is not gonna break those level because you are auto trading. Your auto trade got stuck on those level, like anything, like the guy around the corner having a problem to break the 73 level. Your auto trade having a problem with the 73 level. This is where the trader evaluates his situation. You have to evaluate always your situation and to say, should I cash in or should I move we have here a different break-even, trailing stop. We have separate those for the professional traders, but all of them, those here connected to one trade, the one you are in. So by looking at the ES and looking at the auto trade, a trader should always evaluate his situation. Should I cash in the 1600? But if I cash in, I'm not going back to trade. Or should I get the needle a little bit closer, hopefully secure more profit? This is another or a second option. As we see from that chart right now, on the ES, we are able to close one position, probably, but we're going to have a problem with the second position. So as we see here on the ES, we have a double resistance right now on the 74 level, and the second target we have it here on the auto trade 77 level. And my estimation now, it is 10:31, and always look at the clock, gentlemen. The clock means a lot with your trading. It's too early for lunch. We are in the middle of the trades. So, but I still think it will be very hard to cross right now the calculation, the 79.50. It will be very hard to cross it right now before 12 o'clock. So if we keep our eye on those trades, and as you see, where the system from the first minute estimated where is the target, and it's been on the same target level now for over 20 minutes. This is where the system estimated the target on the ES and is right in line with it. So fine, fair enough. So let's see if we are able to at least close one of those trades, the 72.75, and or if you want to, you can take some of it out by moving one of those trailing stop and closing maybe one or two position and leave one as a runner and pack in your $1,400 or your $1,500. Now on the CL, we closed the auto trade, and we let the scalper catch the opposite direction, and we nailed around 1,200 on the auto trade. And now to talk about details with that, look at this is also the even on the scalper 15 second, the estimation on the target is staying right in line with it. If we are crossing that line, the second bumper is 42.75, and then if we cross the 75 level, we are on not just $1,000 trade, it's going to be $2,000 trade. So the amount of number of trades in the market is unnecessarily to sit down all day long and generate 100 trades a day. This is not important. The most important to get rewarded on the trade you are in, and when you are right, you need to get paid for it, not to rush and close that trade and sell out your good trade for no money. So this is a really very important. Understand the limitation on every auto trade and your level when you are trading, and where is the probability is on every single trade. Now, if we want to look at the Nasdaq on a good picture, as we see here, after we hit the target, now we have a short signal, and we have there is some start being an exhaustion in the market, and there is a fatigue in the market. And as you see, this market is not really climbing, it's going around the circle, is exactly where we have estimated. And the same thing on the ES, there is a fatigue in here. There is an exhaustion in the trading, and it's not getting anywhere anymore. And that indicate this market might sink slowly right under your nose, and that can smoke all your profit away. So when you see the market is staying on a longer than a few minutes, and it's not able to cross those certain level, the probability is you are about to shrink all your profit in half. So it's always, as a human, we always expecting more, but sometimes our greed blind us and not accept the fact this is our target for today, and there is nothing in the market to take anymore. We have to accept it. We have to accept the fact on some days you might gonna walk away with $100 or $200 or $1,000 or $2,000. I don't know. From day to day is a different story, and you have to accept the fact today you have $2,000 on the Nasdaq, and tomorrow maybe you will have two bananas, nothing in there. So this is something you have to adopt and accept the situation as is in the market, and not try to be smart or overwrite or try to outsmart the market. Is gonna blow in your face. Guys, there is no short on the Nasdaq. Please do not take short, and do not let your auto trade to take short either. Do not go short on the Nasdaq. It's a pullback re-entry, long. More? For the guard? Det vil jeg. Ja, det vil jeg. As we expected, now we are about to hit the $2,000 trade on the CL. Now if we want to look at the technical side on the CL, look at this. Put this mark on your charts. We are expecting on the swing trade in 42.87 target. Then we're gonna have target 1 and target 2. Now it's 10:48. So by 12 o'clock we will hit target 2, and then a profit taken, then the party is over. There is nothing to trade on those. Nothing. So we already know what's going on. And on the Nasdaq, we told you there is no short. Now, this is a very important. We have the system estimated 383.50 as a target. However, we have target 1 this is another system. It's not the same system. And now it is, we will have a profit taken at 389. This is a target 1. Between 11 and 12, we have the target 1 and 2. Those are institutional numbers you don't mess with. And at target 1, profit taken, and we climb into the target 1. On the ES, profit taken at 3379.50. And there we go, we start, as we see here on the first trade, nailed $562. The previous trade was $462.50. And now we are need to keep our eye on the target 1 and target 2. And then what we are going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and put it on under 3385. This is where I'm expecting the market to end today at 12 o'clock. So we still have the ES, auto trade, the swing trade, and the scalping. They're all going on the same direction. And the scalping on the ES, I already took it a little bit higher. As you see, it's very clear where the ES scalping having a problem. It's very clear. And the YM, we missed the target by 1 tick. This is for the scalping, and the gold is doing fine. We can break even. When the market comes into those levels, it's going to lift the trade for us. We don't have to do anything. It does move it for us to the new level. I'm not worried about it. So this is a beautiful. And the ES is struggling as we expected at 74. And the CL, we're gonna cross the 2,000 on that trade. So there we go. Everything is in order. The swing trading is 1,200, 3,000 on the Nasdaq. And on the Nasdaq now, look at this. This reversal is not a repaint reversal. Most of the reversals out there is a repaint. Look what we said. We said a profit taken on target 1. Once it hit the target 1, we have a reversal, a plot on it. Now it is right now, when you come close to the 11 o'clock, you need to start keep your eye on the clock. Now you're racing the time before 12 o'clock. And And it is very important, don't let the time in the market, now it's 11 o'clock, beat you. So you have to be very fast with that. So let's keep our eye on the ES, and we are on the CL. We crossed the 2000 as expected, and then on the other auto trade we nailed over 1,000, and actually that auto trade now is taking a new trade on the CL long as well, and also is hitting the target, so we are okay. Beautiful market. It cannot get any easier than that to, on a typical normal day like today, is this one here. Okay, we closed the gold. We're done with the gold. Now we crossed over 2,000. And this is what we have said half an hour. Everything we say, go back on the video. This is where we have gave you warning on target 1. And look where the NASDAQ is. You see? It stopped right there on target 1. Profit taken. Look at this. When did we say that? Half an hour ago? 20 minutes ago? 5 minutes ago? 5 seconds ago? When did we say that? And now it's going a little over the target 1. That's fine. It stayed on this target 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is very important. Believe on your instruments and not to get excited with a small bumper here. And look at this bar came in above the target 1. I was expecting the target go back, okay, after the target. Sometimes you see this little play in the market, and that does not excite me at all, because sometimes you experience one bar plus minus, and I will not let it confuse me that target 1 is a profit taking. That will not confuse me, and maybe gonna go 1 bar, 2 bars, but it's going to sink. It's a profit taking. This is it. So this is where my weakness, because you cannot say every trader doesn't have. In those cases here, this is where my weakness, that I get stubborn and I say there is a play in the market, I'm right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right in the market for some reason. This is the way I am. So for me, that bar shouldn't be there for me, and I found it as a play in the market, and this is sometimes I can be wrong, but this is the area where I get stubborn on. It does not make any sense after target 1. I have 1 bar above the target 1 before profit taking. It does not make sense to me. So on those area, I have a weakness. I get stubborn in those area here. So there is some other trader has a weakness maybe to take a trade, or he have a weakness to exit. He have a weakness with entry. So this is where, we took the first trade on the CL. We had 2 trades. We were above 2,000, and now we took the first trade, and now we still have one more. We still have one more trade, and on that trade on the CL is $1,000, and we already took 1,000, and we already took another 1,200 earlier. So we did very well on the CL. Now we are on the NASDAQ up to 3,600. And I'm not registering above the target one. I think it's fake. So for the guys who wanted to go long on the Nasdaq, you're not gonna get anywhere. This is a fake movement in the market, and it's gonna sink right under your eye. And I could be wrong, but I'm always right. So this is one of my weakness. So as we see here, the Nasdaq going back to the target one where it's supposed to be. So this poor guy is trying to go long. Maybe he might be able to make 10 ticks here and there, but when he try again, he's gonna get whacked on it, and it's not gonna be pleasant. Which, let's say the target one does not exist in there. If we analyze what this market is telling us, that you have the first reversal fired, the second reversal fired, and the third reversal fired right there. And each one of them has a different number with a different calculation. The higher the number is, the stronger is the reversal. So when you have a chart start firing reversal, that means there is an exhaustion in the market. Plus, does not make sense to the market not pulling back to the 37150 after target one profit taken. So, and as we see right now on the Nasdaq, that little file play 1 bar above or 1 bar below, this is what I call noises in the market, and that should not get excited and get scared that you're gonna miss a trend. Miss a trend, but stay put on what you believe in. It's like when you're trying to land an aircraft at night. You cannot see anything but your instruments. You have to rely on your instruments to be accurate, to land it in the right places. And I will not get excited over a bar plus minus. I will stay concentrating on the instruments, what is telling me and what it's supposed to do. So what I was saying is the target one, and when the market did go above the target one, I didn't believe in it anymore. I can spot it as a play in the market, and that is where you lower amateur trader to start taking a long trade, getting scared they're gonna miss a trend, and what it does, the market starts sinking. So technically, now the market is in line, and this bar above that line was nothing but noises. And this is a very important to understand that. Now I start getting the momentum. Now I can start being more elastic about the target one. And now it is 11:02. So we need to hit the target 2 before 12 o'clock. So now things start, once we cross the 11 o'clock, and now we are on the last hour of the midday, this is where you need to start firing. Let's extend this one trade a little bit more. And the timing is not with you anymore. And the Nasdaq, I mean, this is really funny. The YM is in the short and the Nasdaq is on the long. Okay, so we closed the CL almost on $2,000 trades. Go back to the video and see it. And now we are trying to close those 2 trades. And we have I'm not going to mess with the Nasdaq because I think the Nasdaq is over. And I'm not going to mess with the YM because also the YM is over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put the Nasdaq back, the YM to the target, and I'm gonna leave the Nasdaq. Now is 11 o'clock. Now I'm racing against the clock. It's very important to understand once you cross 11 o'clock, you're racing against the clock. Very important, gentlemen. Now, if it was a different timing, before 11 o'clock, that trade on the YM, I would have extended to here as an example, 2755. And on this one here, I'm not interested in dealing with it anymore. I want to close it as soon as possible. So I'm going to move to the minor support area, floor and fibs. And as we see here, it's very clear what's going on in the market. And we have secured some profit on the YM scalper, and we have secured some profit on the Nasdaq. We have secured some. We are 3,300 on the Nasdaq based on one trade. So now we are secured on all those trades, and now it's time to start finding the best exit to get out and call it off for today, and leave those losers sit behind the computer rest of the day trying to push their lucks somewhere else. So right now it's not important is how long you stay behind the computer. Trading is how you can manage your trade when you are in the trading. And then when you know how to manage it, you don't have to generate 100 trades a day in order for you to achieve your daily target. So right now we are sinking with the Nasdaq as supposed to be. After we hit the target 1 profit taking, we are sinking to the re-entry point at 374.75, and this is the proper. So as you see, now the Nasdaq starts sinking as supposed to be after a profit taking on the target 1, and we are supposed to get target 2 profit taking before 12 o'clock. Now the Nasdaq is finished. I'm not interested anymore because now we start 1106 and we are getting closer, and now it is just finding the best exit to get out and not being aggressive, and a lot of things can change after the look at this beauty. Look at this, where the Nasdaq came. This is where it's supposed to come. And look where the look where the Nasdaq pulled back to, exactly where we expected. And look how the Nasdaq is climbing again. Guys, once you understand the rhythm in the market, don't let the market be in charge with your action. You should be in charge with yourself, and don't let the market fool you by plus minus 1 bar. Don't let the market take over your head. Stay in control, cold-blooded, and don't get emotionally involved in it. Stay put on what you know, what you learn. And there we go, as expected. And where is this market standing? On the re-entry point. And if this market break in those area, this means the party is over for today. Why? It's 11 o'clock. The party is over. It's 11:08. I'm not interested to get in the rain at 11:08, taking chances anymore. It was a beautiful day, beautiful profit. The profit generated what you did today in one day. Some other people cannot do it in 1 month. What we have accomplished in 2 hours, some people cannot do it for the whole month. So there we go here, gentlemen. The market stopped as expected, and now the ES Auto Trade, we've been keeping our eye on it, is already hit 1012, and we took 2 trades and we still have 1 as a runner. So I'm not interested in using my head and my energy over 1 more trade. I'm gonna let it be. If it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, we are already on the break even. And as we see here, technically, the market has broke every level, and as we said, profit taken, and a profit was taken, and all this play above 1 bar above didn't mean a thing, and now we broke a very serious level in the trading, and there is nothing left. But however, the scalpers took the early entry, and this is the last round, and the scalpers are going in the right direction, and we are on the ES, and this is another $1,000 on the scalper, and whoever missed the boat in the morning, he just accomplished it right now. And we have the CL, and we're gonna take that trade out. We're gonna go ahead and break even. I'm not interested anymore in any of it. It's too late to break even on this one here, but we are going to drag this one to here, and this one here, break even +1. I am on a free ride on all of them, and this one here is okay, and this one here is okay. So my job is done for those trades. So there we go. CL is finished. Who's next? I'm not interested milking any of those trades anymore. Whatever comes out of it, it comes out of it. And our mission is done for today. And we still have 1 more trade. We nailed $1,000 on 3, and we still have 1 more. You can use the same auto trade on a micro account. No problem there. So who's next? Okay, we have picked up some little pocket money at the end of the day. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead, be impatient, drag it to the trailing stop 1. This one is breaking even. And this one is breaking even. We are on a free ride. And this is it. Let's see what happened now. Well, let me show you. If you are done with the trading and you wanted to close your trade on the last trade without deactivating the auto trade, you have here something called close position, and I'm closing it to show you. Close position, we close position. Now we have 1,212 and position is closed. Now we are getting a closer to 12 o'clock. That makes me nervous when it gets around 12. And this one here is struggling. This one here is making a little money. It's going to drop again. This one here is 160. I'm not going to move any of those targets. I'm not going to expand those targets. I just want to get out of those trades before the market start fighting against me. This has now become a very unstable market, and we hit target 1, profit taken, a lot of hooly-bully in the market. I don't feel like want to deal with it today. So, just go ahead and close your trade, and you say you are done for today. And And let me look at the Nasdaq. What's going on the Nasdaq here? Is this sinking? And God help this new guy trying to make a bread out of this one here. Good luck with it. So I'm so glad the gold is over, out of my head. All positions are closed. We still have a couple more. This one is closed. I'm glad. And we have two more online. We have the ES and we have the YM. Either direction, I'm out of here. I'm going to go ahead and increase the profit to the 33.69. I'm not interested milking that trade forever. I'm bored with it. And I wanted to make sure that see if this market going to hit. And there we go. Either direction, I don't care. It was a very good day. The system estimated the target here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the target. If the market is trending, the scalper is going to turn to swing trading by itself. So let's mark it here on those last two trades to see what will happen. We are coming to the support area at 68 level on the YM. Can you see how accurate it is? I mean, right there, you see? And it is firing back. Bingo. And let's see if we can pick up $100, $150 out of that one here. This one is out of my way. On the auto trade, they all closed target today. Those are the same auto trade. The DAX closed auto trade and 2,400 on the DAX. The gold is 1,200. The Russell 1,700, and the CL we have 1,090, and so everything is good, nice, smooth, very smooth market today. It's impossible for someone to have a little knowledge, somebody walk away with nothing. It's impossible. If you have a little knowledge today, the market was readable, easy to read, and it was very easy to predict, and cannot get any better than that. It is a very, very clear, each instruments where it was going to hit. From the 9:30 morning, it was the market very readable, no surprises. It was moving as expected, and I love those kind of days. It's irrelevant the amount of money you make or you don't, but when on a days like this are my favorite, when the market is moving nice, smooth, predictable. I don't care if it makes 100 or 1,000. It's irrelevant. But those are my favorite days. It's the most enjoyable days when your market is readable, predictable, trending nicely and slowly, not fast and not slow. So this is perfect day for a guy with a little knowledge can walk away with a very nice positive account. So we only have one trade left. It's not important. I want to say thank you very much, and God bless you all. And see you tomorrow, Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday tomorrow. And once for our traders, I don't know, but we are upgrading on Monday. We have everything in a place. We are upgrading our server, all our servers, to the best of the best, the newest hardware ever you can get. So we are upgrading all our servers, and probably on the weekend you're gonna experience on the weekend you have no license, but you do have a license, and that is I was very strict to all those guys to do the job over the weekend, and we will be upgrading all our server on the weekends. And I was specific to say to them to do it on Saturday morning at 5 o'clock. They're gonna start. Now, I don't know what will happen once we upgrade and all the system fired up, but maybe on Monday webinar, probably your old files is no longer can be used. I don't know yet. I will find out on the weekend. But of course, we will be sending out new files on Monday because everything has changed, and could be it's not important, but I'm trying to get you ready that for our members on Monday, if you get up in the morning and it says you have no license, you need to come to the webinar and get the new files, because the direction of your new files, they're going to be under a different IP address and all kind of stuff, security system and all that. So there is a lot of major upgrade coming in on the weekend. And if you see you have no license, don't panic. This is us. We are upgrading to the latest technology on the hardware on the server. Is the latest of the latest hardware, and we do this every 3 years. So so please, you gotta be patient with us, and this is happening once every 3 years, and if necessarily. The programmers, they're all on a full, they're all going to be working this weekend. All of them, no exception. So they're all ready, the programmers, the developers, all of them. I got them all on a full speed at 5 o'clock morning on Saturday. And they all have to work together. And then, if necessarily, the programmers are on standby. Both of them are on standby to start upgrading the files so they can be ready to be sent out on Monday. So there is no mercy for them. They have to be ready to go at 5 o'clock, all of them. Folks, God bless you all, and please be careful and be safe, please, for you and your family. God bless you all.